Forward, I have Debbie of Venus protocol. So tell me, what problems do
It that runs on the BNB chain. What they do is, it's like she said, it's not all that, it's not different from banking, like your normal traditional financial system. It helps to basically make life easier for us. As you know, our traditional financial system sometimes to some extent it's flawed and a bit a lot centralized actually. So with Venus, you're actually in charge of your own funds. It's basically the same concept. You put in money, you supply your assets to Venus the same way you put in money in a bank, and then you get a percentage. You get APYs. Depending on the asset you put, there are different percentage. So depending on the asset that you put in. So I believe they solve the issue of investments. You know, a lot of us we are actually looking for more ways to earn passive income. You know, with the way the country is right now, having just one source of income it's really not doable now. You need to find other ways to earn. So Venus like provides a way for you to earn passively. Or there are other several ways you can earn. This is just one of the many ways you can that can help you.
Okay, so is it safe to call Venus the Waymaker? So over to Prince of Metis. Basically, we know the problem actually that blockchain is, which is scalability issues, right? And
Today I'll be representing Metis, even though it's what a lot of people know me for. So coming to the issue of scalability and layer
sorry,
two.
Prince, they said they can't hear you. Can you project?
Can you guys hear me now? But then, so coming to the issue of scalability and comparing, I would not want to place preferential treatment over Metis just because I am on Metis. Because looking out there, are actually a whole lot of layer 2 networks that are doing a whole lot of great stuff. We have the likes of Arbitrum, Base, Crow, a whole lot of them, like you cannot even mention all. And I think in terms of relative to speed and efficiency, Metis is actually one of the fastest blockchains out there right now in terms of, because I mean earlier on the data availability in which storing transactions was used to be off chain before, which made it very easy and cheap to use. But then with the recent upgrade which they did, and which is decentralizing the sequencer, which is one of the major issues of blockchain.
Please project. They can't hear you.
All right.
Please don't stress our Prince, please. Just try and concentrate. I'm sure you'll learn
So just summarizing it in terms of speed and efficiency to other layer 2 blockchains. Like I said, I would not want to place any sort of preferential treatment on Metis just because using the sequencer, which is actually the first layer 2 network to do that. Because I mean every other layer 2 uses centralized sequencer whereby they just post the transaction and then only one entity is in charge of bundling it to Ethereum. So in terms of efficiency and speed, I think Metis ranks up there right now. And there's actually a whole lot in case you're a builder looking to build on Metis.
Okay, thank you very much. Over to Alex of Beam. I've attended your events before, and I can say that I learned that Beam is actually a non-custodial wallet, right? That allows you send and transfer money anywhere in the world. So how does the technology work? That's one. Then two, how can users and merchants benefit from Beam itself?
Okay, thank you. My name is Alexander Etok. I'm representing Beam. So I'm going to say this first, that Beam is for payment. It's meant for payment. It's not a wallet that you can store your funds. It's not. I'm not going to advise that. Yeah, it's just meant for payment, and it makes payments. It's more like payment happens in real time, just like using your traditional, our traditional fiat, our naira. Like you go to purchase stuff and then you pay almost immediately. That's how Beam wallet is, because the transaction is fast. All you just have to do is to scan and then input the amount, and it appears in few seconds in the next person's wallet. So Beam would actually favor merchants per se, people that are into large scale business, small scale business. You could actually venture into using Beam wallets to accept payments, in that it's going to make your transaction fast. Someone will not come to buy stores from you, and then they are using the traditional way to pay, sending naira. Sometimes there is network issues and all. Beam comes to solve that problem because the transaction is fast. It's faster than most of our ordinary crypto wallets that we have. Yeah, those ones takes up to 4 to 5 minutes before your funds can actually deposit, and then available for you to do whatever I want to do with it. So Beam Wallet makes it really easier for you to receive your payments.
Okay, that's interesting. I believe you have business owners here. I believe you could utilize Beam in this sense. Well, at least we are talking about real life applications here. Moving over to I call him the Pith Oracle. Yeah. So basically, yeah, I know Pith is an oracle, basically for data. So I believe we would love to know what are oracles first. Then why should we choose Pith over other oracle solutions out there?
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Israel Etim, and I'm a volunteer in Pitt Data Association. So, firstly, let's talk about Oracle. When our AI, what will I call him? AI dev, I think it's Ubo, that is his name. He was talking about one of the major building blocks in AI development, and that is data. So you can see how important data is. When you want to develop a model, the accuracy of the data, the quantity, and the quality plays a major important role when developing AI models. So this tells you how important data is. A faulty data can literally cause, can literally destroy your model. Like, imagine programming let's say you're developing a model for a bot that can, let's say, run. So when computing this data, you fetch data for something that works. So just imagine what will happen. The result of your model will be flawed. Like, in the end of the day, you will get something working instead of running. So this tells you how important data is in our daily life. We can see we are gradually evolving to that stage in I won't say blockchain, in the world as a whole, where AI is literally taking over everything. And the success of AI is greatly dependent on data, and that's where Oracle comes in. What is Oracle in a nutshell? Oracle is a third-party system that provides data to literally anything you need in the world.
Okay, thank you very much, Israel. Over to Santi of Peak. I think should be a decentralized layer one network, right?
No, it's a deepin project.
A deepin project, okay. So please, can you tell us about Peak and how it is applicable?
Good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Blaze, and
sorry. Good afternoon, everyone. Food.
Okay, yeah. So my name is Blaze, and I'll be talking about deepins. Now, before going into details about deepins, I would like to take us through the evolution of blockchain. I can remember vividly when the first speaker spoke about innovation. So blockchain have actually benefited from innovation, and for a fact, blockchain thrives on innovation. So what are these innovations in the blockchain? So for most of us who are familiar with history, as of 2008, one of the major utility of crypto was for payments, just for payment purposes. And over time, since the major aim of crypto or blockchain technology was achieve global adoption, so we have to think of a couple of innovations that can help to drive this adoption. And one of the major innovation that happened back then was the introduction of the smart contracts on the Ethereum blockchain. So when we had the introduction of Ethereum, the smart contracts, it now gave a couple of persons who had little or no technical skills to deploy the smart contracts. And even projects who had no access to developers to build their own blockchain, they were able to kickstart the project by deploying the smart contracts on Ethereum blockchain. And that innovation alone had helped to spring up a lot of crypto projects. So that is how smart contract innovation really drive crypto adoption. And after this innovation, we see had few more innovations. So you learned about the DeFi, the NFTs, the GameFi, and the social fi. All of these innovations happened just recently, and majority of people who are in the crypto space today are actually part of the system because of DeFi. So DeFi promises a whole lot of things, starting from decentralized payment system and peer-to-peer transactions, savings of your cryptocurrencies to earn APR and other yields. So it further helped to drive crypto adoption. But one thing about DeFi was that DeFi was highly technical. So you need people who are part of the crypto ecosystem to onboard quite easily. Now, for us to drive this global adoption of crypto, we need to come up with innovations that is quite seamless, something that I can actually walk up to you and then tell you about it and you can onboard quite easily. And that's when we're now talking about the DePINs. So DePIN is called Decentralized Physical Infrastructure Network. And how does DePIN works? So DePIN works on the concept of incentivization. So DePIN believe that every one of us can contribute to a shared economy model. And how is this shared economy model? So that's when we talk about Peak. You could take a look at Peak. So Peak is a layer 1 blockchain specifically for DePINs. So what Peak does, they build an infrastructure where everybody can deploy the applications. You can kickstart your DePIN projects on Peak. And what even makes Peak more seamless is that they have a grand system where you can integrate your DePIN projects. And one of the projects built on Peak, because I want us to start this journey today, is quite very seamless. So Silencio is building on Peak, and you can kickstart your journey on Silencio right now. For most of us who are looking for the best possible way to come on board into crypto, I think this is the right time for you to get onboarded. And how can you be onboarded into the crypto and be part of this DePIN economy? So for all of us listening to me now, Silencio Network have promised every one of us, 50% from us, $5 worth of the token. And how can you claim this reward? So for you to claim this reward, you can go to your Play Store now. I'm expecting people to get started now because it's going to get exciting. So you can go to your Play Store now, search Silencio. So I'll be giving you time to perform the task. Search Silencio in your Play Store, and you could download the app to get started. So once you download the Silencio app, which I believe some of our volunteers will be working around to guide you on the setup process, or in case you're having any challenge, will be just outside there. Okay. I think I learned we have poor network connection over here, so I'll be right outside to help you get started. So once you download the Silencio app, you can sign up with your Google account. For the purpose of seamlessness, Google account makes it quite easier for you to sign up. So once you sign up on your Google account, for you to claim this $5 worth of Silencio token, which will be shared to you to your account, you can input SANCTI as the invitation code. SANCTI is SANCTI. SANCTI is SANCTI.
Did you guys get that?
SANCTI. That's what you use for the referral code, for the invitation code. Now, this code will help us track people who are actually signing up through this event. So it's a unique code for everyone who wants to get onboarded. Now, how can you use the Silencio app? We are talking about mainstream adoption of crypto. And for you to be part of this mainstream adoption, you can literally collect noise data in your environment through your Silencio app. And now this noise data, you're being rewarded for collecting this noise data. So you're not just getting the app to get this $5 worth. You're actually getting this app to be part of the crypto ecosystem, and they strive towards achieving mainstream adoption. So in case you have any further challenge or question, you can meet any of our volunteers, and personally, I'll be outside to help you kickstart your crypto journey. And for most of us who have questions about real-life application of the blockchain, this is the perfect example of real-life application. So you're helping to collect noise data in your environment, and this noise data are sent to big blockchain, which are stored in a private manner. And for you helping to secure this noise data, you're being rewarded with silencer token for every of the noise data that you collect. So that's like one of the easiest and the most relatable way of application of blockchain to real life situations.
Okay, thank you very much, Santi. I believe we all picked something, and I would say, in simple terms, just know that there are lots of ways to apply blockchain in everything we do. Do you get? I would have gone deeper, but because of time, I would leave it for that. Just think about it as eliminating the middleman, and you're good to go. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you
for
very
the
much, guys. So,
and
round of applause for all our panelists. They have shared knowledge on blockchain and AI. So, thank you very much. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my boss. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you very much. All right. Are we happy? You're not happy? See there. Oh, I don't chop food twice. Okay, so yeah, it's like we're having two panel session now. And the next one is going to be very, very short. When I mean very short, very short. And see, the next panel session is going to be very, very important for you guys. I know they talked about AI, talked about blockchain and the rest, but this is the reason why you all are here. I know. You all want to hear how to get crypto jobs. You want to know how to navigate Web3. You want to jump the process and go and make money. They never rolled on that before. So here's the thing. I want to welcome my boss, Mr. Samuel, to bring up the next. I'll be bringing up Mr. Samuel to bring up the next people that will be speaking to us in the panel session. So please, a round of applause for Mr. Samuel for. Thank you very much. They should please eat while the pension is they do time.
After the demo, Satoshi is coming up. They should come up. The laptop do this one and do this one. And that's relationships.
Maintaining work life. Big Joe. Okay, the speaker.
It's not Big Joe. It's Kanye. No, I'm not talking. I'm speaking now.
Okay. Yeah, cool. Okay. Bless you. These people don't chop food, so they don't know what thing they happen again. All right, guys. Are we good to go? Are we good to go? I was saying earlier that you people came to know how to get crypto jobs. I will not talk much. So before we tell you how to get crypto jobs, I will be bringing up a very wonderful person that, even though I don't know him in person, but I respect him for coming up to speak on this particular topic, maintaining work and life balance. I respect him so much. So please, I want you to put your hands together very loud as I welcome Amani Kano to talk to us on the topic of fostering relationship and maintaining work-life balance in Web3. Thank you very much. So please, your hands, please. Sir, do you need, Elisa, you need this. Keep clapping until he comes up. He's going to do giveaway. Keep clapping, keep clapping, keep clapping. Oh yeah, clap better now, clap better now.
You can do better. You can do better. Okay, I know we have heard a lot of talk about tech, how to make money in tech, how to do a whole lot of things in tech, how to do DeFi, blockchain. But what I'm currently talking about is not going to be any technical. It's not technical. It's something that is work related, and most of us we are going to relate with this. But first of all, I want to work-life balance. That is the topic I'm talking on today. And there is more to life than work, 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 make money, make money. There are other things to life. And let's go. The next slide, please. Okay, about me. My name is Amani Kano. I'm a software engineer. I love working on front end, which is the web application. I have over 5 years of experience working with both local and international company. I'm a founder of Calabar Tech Community, Deca Dev Center, Footprint Mentorship, and I help a lot of techies that want to get job to connect them to employers also. I'm also a mentor, a tech career coach. I aspire those that want to come into tech, those that want to learn tech skills. I give them resources and navigate them towards the right path to their respective end. Okay, so I don't know if has any of us heard about okay, 5 minutes. Okay, any of us heard about work-life balance? Hello, can I see a show of hand? Work-life balance. Okay, nobody. Okay, thank you. I can see somebody there. Thank you for that. So the agenda, I'll make it very short. I'll go through this slide as fast as possible. So the agenda is that what is work-life balance? How does work-life balance affect you? What you should do when you are faced with those negative impact of work-life balance. Next slide, which is what is work-life balance. As we all know, we have work, we have our life. But most times what we do is that we try to work more on professional, which is work, job. You forget that you have personal life, you have family, you have friends, you have your own self to also look at for. So the next slide, I want to go as fast as possible. So how does work-life balance affect you negatively? So because you always focus on work, you don't really take care of yourself. Spend more hours and long hour and burnout. You find out that once you work more, you start having burnout, and then the next one is the social isolation. So I'm so happy that seeing faces like this, you find out that the senior software engineers, they don't go out. I was one of them. I can stay in my place, in my complete 1 week now because I can order anything. If I want to go out, I use Bolt. I want to do anything. So at the end of the day, you find out that I don't even have friends. I don't even have somebody that I can talk to. So this affected my life until I say, no, I can't just be my computer, my workstation, my bed. So that is how bad it was. So the next thing is that lack of diversity and skill. Do you know that as you are here, you are not only interacting with people, you're also learning new skills because you interact with somebody that knows more than you. You also learn, and then it also impacts your physical and mental health because all you know is to deliver on your target, deliver on what the company sets you to do. And the next thing, what are the next slide, please? Okay, the next slide. How does work-life balance affect you on a positive side? Once you have work-life balance, you find out that even in the work that you are doing, you'll be more productive. The next thing is that you have the problem-solving mindset, like your skills and everything will be better. Now your creativity will improve because you have other things that you are thinking about, not only work. So health. Can we go next? Okay, what you should do when you set boundaries. How do you set boundaries? It's not everything that they bring to your office that you say yes to. There are some things that you say, no, this is weekend. Let your work time be your work time, and let your work time be your work time. Once work hour is out, anything outside that should be left to the next day. So the next thing that you need to do is manage your time. You need to be able to manage your time. And then next thing is self-care. Prioritize yourself first before any other thing. they work. The company knows when you enter, and they will know when you're going. Like they can sack you at any point in time, but when you die, you have gone. Nobody. The next thing is communicate. Please try and as much as possible to open up when you are facing burnout, because it helps you to overcome these things. So communicate a lot, talk to people about it, and then prioritize self-relationship. Try to, as much as possible, to relate with people outside your work, and disconnect from every work technology after work. So most of us here, we have Teams on our phone, we have Teams, we have everything that has to do with work. But when you are even in the vacation, you are still in work. That means you are not really on vacation. You are still in work. So the next thing is that seek support in case you are in this mess called okay. The next thing I'm going to end. Please, the next slide. I want to be fast as possible. So I'm going to end this session by this quote: achieving work-life balance is never an ending journey, and your needs will change over time. The key is to make time for what you love and follow your passion. So next slide. Thank you. So that is me. So you can follow me on my social media. This is my WhatsApp number, and then this is my my email. So thank you. If you have any question,
Right.
I'm open to answer.
A round of applause for our speaker. Thank you very much. Please, is there any, or just pick just one question, Do you have any question for him? He said if you need to sleep, sleep. If you need to walk, Abi? Is that what he said? Any question? Just one question. All right, so.
All right, thank you very much. You mentioned something about you leave work for work and then time for some other things. So how do you handle deadlines? And then how do you meet your targets when you have a particular project to handle?
Okay, thank you. That is very nice question. So that is when time management comes in. And most of the times, the deadline, who set the deadline? Is human being, you. That means you can give a shorter deadline, and deadline can also be increased. It depends. So that is when communication comes in. When you are close to your deadline and you cannot meet the deadline, please communicate. It's not that the deadline is tomorrow and you are not telling the person that I cannot meet this, So communication will help. Any other question? I don't know if I've answered your question.
Yeah, thank you very much for, please, a round of applause. Thank you very much, sir. All right, so now we all know how to manage, to balance work and our life, Abi. Do you know how to manage life and work? If you like, go kill yourself and work. Oh. Okay, so we're going to move to the next section, and like I said, it's going to be a very short one, so that I'll send you guys back to your houses, so that your parents will not ask for you. Abi, all of you, I see your father's house, old men and women. Okay, so the next, the same will play game. Oh, I wanted one now. When I want play game, when I want play game, give away the one I get before. Say I give me as next of kin. Wait till I want again. See that one? I don't collect your money. So, please. Nobody again now.
No, for the giveaway.
Who again?
One girl last time. Sometimes you can tell me.
Who? Big Joe.
I bring this stuff for 5 minutes.
Career opportunity. Why? Okay. Okay. Time to play game. But before we play game, I feel like give person money. Oh, how you go? Not Sam now. When I give person money. Okay. So before I give you money, I'll pick 5 person that me I'll dash money personally. Before I dash you put the money, calm down. Shall we know Big Joe? Oh Jesus, that one don't know where. All right, guys. So we are going to have one more session, and it's going to be a very short one. So I want you to, make yourself available because most of you here now are not available. I'm not available. That's what you guys are now. So we're going to call on Big Joe to talk to us for a few minutes on the topic of career opportunities in blockchain. Sure, you find work. Una dey find job, Abby. This is the opportunity for you to get that job. So if you like, let you enter here and come out from this side. If you don't get the job, sorry, me I get am already. So please jam our hands as we welcome Big Joe to the podium as he's going to talk to us for a very short minute on how to, get our lives set when it comes to career in blockchain. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem. More the light. I can see a lot of people from my faculty, and as it is, we have to ginger ourselves because I don't like boring session, as you know me. So, guys, narcos ginger, narcos ginger, narcos ginger, narcos swagger. Beautiful, beautiful. Because of that, right? I love the energy, and just because of that, we had something. If I did not get the ginger, I would have done this. So during this session, I want you to listen attentively because luckily, right, a project did an airdrop yesterday and I got the airdrop, right? So as usual, I normally give out some percentage of airdrops I get on my Twitter page. Please, can someone take this light up? It's affecting me. So as usual, I normally take a percentage to my followers on Twitter, but today I'm going to do it here. So I have $20 for a question I'm going to ask at the end of this session, right? So listen attentively. I don't know if the slide is ready, but if not, I will just use my phone. When we talk about, careers in, transitioning from Web 2 to Web 3, if it's not, I'll just manage the ones in my phone. Well, I don't even need a slide to talk about jobs. So, first of all, most of you know that I'm a human resource manager, currently serving as the director of human resource for Lucy Protocol, a fintech company in the US. And, when it comes to hiring developers, hiring engineers, it's something I've done for the past year. I think, within the past year, I've done about 300 plus interviews to hire candidates, and I've done at least 15 hires on. Okay, all right. I've done about, I've hired about 15 to 30 blockchain developers, specifically smart contract developers. So when it comes to King, when we talk about jobs transitioning, especially as a developer in Web 2 to Web 3, there are some, simple concepts that comes to play. So I'm going to go straight to the point so that I will really delve into it so that you really comprehend what I'm about to tell you. Now, when you talk about Web3, when you talk about the blockchain, it's not so different from Web 2. All right. It's just, new codes. You have to learn new languages and all of that. Right. So that's the first step, when it comes to transitioning as a developer. You have to understand your career path. I know most of you, computer science students, you're already on the path to become computer scientists, which are more not just computer professionals, but now you are computer scientists, right? Meaning that you are grounded in these things. When it comes to, I know most of you, when you started, you see things as mathematics, you see things like physics in your course of study. These are things that ground you as a computer scientist and not just a computer professional. If you go to Plaza, you see computer professional. But when you come down here, when you come to places of work, especially when you're working not just for when you're not working not just for, roadside organizations, you're talking about working for startups, Fortune 500 companies, certification. Now, I always tell people in my academy, those that are in the Void Academy, I tell them one thing, that your skill makes you in high demand and your certification makes you what? Highly valued. Now, I'll give you an example. If two people come for work, they are very good at what they do, both experts at their different field, and one is certified, right, and the other is not. Who do you think, who would you go for? The certified person, right? Because it comes with some sort of reputation. You move on. move on, one thing about this is when you talk about blockchain, blockchain engineering, we have different career paths in Web3. We have blockchain engineers or developers. We have smart contract engineers or developers. We have NFT developers, and we have a whole lot of them, even to DApps engineers and developers. And one thing you will notice the difference between this and your regular software engineers is they earn more. They earn more. I think last towards the early beginning of this year, I hired a Nigerian for the company I work for, Lucy Protocol, and when we hired him, the salary that was offered to him at the initial was $120,000 per year, right, for the job. And this guy was so good with the job that he does. He was so good during the interview process that when I showed my boss the interview session with him, he told me to increase his salary offer from 120 to 180, and to increase the equity that he was giving into the company from a 5% equity to a 13% equity. This is a Nigerian I'm telling you about, and it happened early this year. So imagine $180,000 divided by 12, then multiply it by your current Nigerian rate. That is 1,300 naira per dollar now, and see what that guy is earning. That is over 18 or 20 million naira per month, working as a smart contract engineer at Lisu Protocol. So these guys are, highly paid, right? These guys are highly paid. I think the least developer we have on the team, I think, is worth about $90,000 per month. So time is up. So let's go to the next slide. Take it to second to the last slide. There are some. I have to rush it a bit, right? Now, a very important thing that you have to know, which is where my question will come up from, is this. Now, as a developer, there is something that is critical for developers, and this is what hiring managers look for in developers, especially. Now, I see a lot of developers say something that you don't need to be able to communicate as a developer. You don't need to be able to speak up, because what you just do is write the code, which is one of the misconception in that field. Now, as a developer, one thing that you should develop yourself in is your ability to present yourself and your ability to speak for yourself, right? It is the key for you to pass any interview, right? There are simple questions that you're going to be asked during interviews. Question about, tell me about yourself. I know there are some people that you ask that question, tell me about yourself. They start telling you your name, they tell you their family history, they tell you where they went to school, and all of that. They just beat around the bush without going to the actual point about telling the hiring manager about their experience, about their achievements, and all of that, right? So you need to be able to build on your communication as a developer, which is one of the most critical things that will, give you, good jobs in this space. So as a blockchain developer, while transitioning, don't just think about, blockchain development as a place that you go to, build on new products and all of that, but see it as a place for you to grow both your communication skills, because honestly, the first thing I look for when I'm performing interviews, especially for engineers, is your ability to not just talk to me, but to also be able to communicate your codes. You don't just write codes. Now engineers are being told to speak with stakeholders. So I will not hire an engineer that cannot explain a code, and I will tell you to speak with an investor that is making a $10 million investment into the company, and you're not able to present your code, right? So communication is very important. I think if for the giveaway, $20, I wanted to ask a question, but my time is up. So what I want you to do is what is the Twitter handle for the organizers, Remostat or Remostat or yeah. So I wanted to ask a question, but I'll cut it to $10. So just give Remostat a follow, right? Take a picture, tag me at _Big Joe. Then I'll pick like 2 people. That will be $5 each. That is like 6,000 naira.
All right, thank you very, very much. A rich giveaway. Now remember Twitter handle. No, not too like money. I want to do my own giveaway now. Oh, I don't make enough money. Okay, thank you very much for that lecture, Big Joe. We really appreciate. I'm very sorry that we don't have enough time, so that's why I'm trying to rush things. So we're going to have the last panel session. After this, we have giveaways. All of you will go home with one thing. Either you go home with a cap or a shirt or what? Money. Okay, they're not talking again. Give away waiting. Waiting. Okay, we don't make enough money. I don't like giveaway again. I don't see all those three people will give to next of kin. I don't collect their money, so you guys can push it to the next of kin, eh? All right, so please, how are we going to do this now? Okay, I'll just call on my brother and friend, a man I respect so much, Mr. Samuel. Please, you can come and invite the next panelists so that we will keep it very brief and then to the next section. Please, don't go. Give away plenty. All right, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. GMGM, thank you so much for your attention all this while. We don't intend to keep you for long. So I'm going to be spending just 10 minutes. We're going to be brief. It's going to be an interactive section, and I believe you're going to learn a lot. All protocol duly observed. I want to call on Charles Wisdom to join us on the stage. Please
a round of applause. So as my boss is coming up, please.
Thank you. Christopher, are you in the house? Christopher, Joseph Pius, Deyemi.
Please, a round of applause. Please be clapping for these people now. See, you guys will get to this place, so or you don't want to get here, so that now I will clap for you, please. Thank you very much, God bless you.
Yes, I think we're done. All right, thank you. The mic, please. Okay, so we're going to be talking about career paths in blockchain. If you listen attentively when Big Joe spoke and a lot of other speakers that expressed themselves also, you would notice blockchain is not just about trading. Blockchain is not the same thing as Bitcoin. Am I correct? Blockchain is not the same thing as Bitcoin. There are a lot of other career paths that you can be a part of and still make money in the space. You don't necessarily need to trade, and that's what we're going to be talking about on this stage. You would agree with me that the way we distribute and create value over the internet has drastically changed, and that's basically what blockchain is helping us do with the invent of DeFi and a lot of other trends that are emerging in the blockchain space. So I would just love you guys, for the sake of time, to just introduce yourself and tell us how blockchain has blessed your life. Thank you.
All right. GM everyone. My name is Joseph, and I'm the creative strategist for Satoshi Stars and Smiles. If you want to know more about Satoshi, I think we have our roll-up stand up there. So for one, being someone who transitioned from the Web2 space, from a fintech company that you all know about, to tech, it is obvious that obviously there is something in tech or in blockchain that made me transition. Now, like he said, the opportunities for everyone in blockchain, irrespective of your skill sets, though you need to learn more skill sets. So personally, I transitioned into blockchain as a community manager, and then transition to becoming a project manager in blockchain. But there are still 1,000,001 career path for people coming in as newbies into blockchain that you can actually follow, right? I will not go into mentioning. You can be a moderator, you can learn a skill, you can be a DevRel, someone like Big J, you can be in HR, right? You can be a graphic designer, you can be into animation. There's a whole lot, and it's so interesting that these things that you do basically in your normal regular Web2 companies, you can actually translate those things in Web3. You could practice them. You know how to design. You could work for a Web3 brand. You could work for a project. You know how to create videos. You know how to, you're a creative strategist, you're a director, whatever. We have projects that actually are springing up on a daily basis to meet the needs. And I would love to actually talk to you about Satoshi, but in a minute, I would not want to waste Nwasibere's time, but thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you very much. We're going to come back and then you just tell us what your brand is doing to create value in the ecosystem as well. Deyemi, just introduce yourself in 1 minute and tell us how blockchain has blessed your life as well.
GM everyone. Okay, so I'm Deyemi Achibong, the community manager for Almond Finance, and most people here know me as the SCG president. So aside that, yeah. So for someone who has been in the space for like months, I think I can, and the OGs are saying things that are way bigger than us. So yeah, I came into this place thanks to Almond Finance as a community manager. So Almond Finance basically is a CFI project. So maybe along the line we can say more about it. But I came in as a community manager because of the experience I had from leadership positions where I could manage set of people, yeah, from being the class rep, being the SCG president and all of that. So I could command community. So for you out there who knows how to speak, who knows how to write, like Kamse rightly said, if you have one skill that you think can put you out there, you can easily communicate or transition that skill from being just a traditional skill for your little penny and use that skill into making cool cash in the blockchain space, in the Web3 space generally. So yeah, there's so much to do, from speaking, from writing, from communicating, and a lot more.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Over to you, sir. Your name and how blockchain has blessed your life.
All right, thank you. My name is Charles Wisdom. So it's all a story, but over time we'll learn through the process. So blockchain, actually, I came into blockchain, but I moved my interest into NFTs. But looking at Ethereum, so I went into a different ecosystem that is like a family, and it is called Hedera ecosystem. H-bar, pretty, affordable. So I started there, started growing from whatever happened years ago. I started growing from the beginning all over again. And there I made friends. From there, trust is very important in this blockchain industry, because you make friends that you don't have to breach a trust. If you breach the trust, they will let you go, and they will tag you a very negative name. So there, I started with community manager, started being a mod, started growing. Actually, you learn through the process. You don't know everything once. You have to learn. So I started researching. I started trading NFTs. Actually, I buy low, sell high. I make offers. I buy, sell, just like the way we do landed properties. I do NFTs those way. So, for you to do that, you have to be very knowledgeable so that you won't buy rugs. Rugs are terrible. When you buy rug, you can lose a lot of money from purchasing rugs. So, by so doing, I met a friend. So I started working as a moderator for him. Over time, we transcended. He changed his project from being an NFT project, and is working to become a DeFi, a DEX, Silk DeFi now. And by the grace of God, I'll be in charge of it for Africa. So I'll be bringing it here, and we can grow from there. Thank you very much.
That's awesome. Over to you, sir. Your name and how blockchain has blessed your life.
All right. My name is Emmanuel Brighton, and most persons, I think everybody knows me as Mr. Elite. When it comes to blockchain and Web3 entirely, it's actually a gradual process. I actually started as an ambassador for, I think, BitGet. From ambassadorship programs, I did a lot. I moved into community management, moderation, and the rest. So I've been a community manager for the past 3 years. This is, I think, my 6th year in the blockchain ecosystem. So it has been wonderful. But the truth is that many persons don't really understand why it is very, very important for us to take this seriously. We joke with a lot of things, but for me, I never joked with it, because it's something that is feeding me and is feeding my family. So if you're here, you want to take a step into the Web3 ecosystem, you have to be sincere with yourself. You have to push regardless of anything that is coming your way. So there are a lot of skills here, a lot. I am multifaceted. I do a lot of things. You cannot be like me. I cannot be like you. You might not be able to carry out 3 jobs at the same time, but I can. So if you can, please put your heart into it and then push forward. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you very much. All right. So you just tell us the name of the project to him, the name of the project you're working for, how you're creating value, and how each and every one of us in this house can, leverage on what you're doing to get money for ourselves.
It is interesting that you asked that question because
You work for a lot of projects.
I work for, I'm representing Satoshi today, and it's interesting that we have our pioneer ambassador also on this panel.
Awesome.
Your hands together for Diami. For those of you who want to onboard Web3 and you're a newbie, Big Joe is who you should follow on X. The guy is exceptional. For Satoshi, it is interesting that a Web2 brand is sitting on the Web3 panel, and that is the dream that we are accomplishing.